So, do you think that place looks really cool?
Yeah, it looks really cool.
For our August summer holiday, that's where we're going.
We're going there.
We're going there.
To that swimming pool place.
Sand, fishing, running around in speedboats, flats, bone fishing. So I've been doing these trips for a very long time, and I thought it was time that you came with me. And Mummy, obviously, because Mummy's actually very good at saltwater fishing. So we're getting a lot of casting practice between now and then. What have you got there, guys?
It's a big box and I don't know what it is.
Well, why don't you have a look?
From Hardy's.
From Hardy's?
Yeah.
What do you think they've sent us?
What about some fishing?
Some fishing stuff. Where are we going, Grace?
To Belize.
We're going to Belize, are we? Are we going fishing in Belize? What's in there? Okay, let's take it. Look, what do we got? What's that? What kind of fishing line?
Tropical Flats series line. I know what it is. That is an expensive
Wow, look at that.
It's something which you hold your fishing thing in.
Yeah, that's called a reel, and that is a Hardy SDSL. It's powerful and it's perfect for bonefish.
I think I know what this is. The Demon Salts Syntrix 330 or the SWS 9 #7.
So it's a 9-foot 7 weight, which is absolutely perfect for bonefish.
Thank you, Hardy's, for helping us on our journey.
So what we're aiming to do is we're aiming to spool this reel up so that it comes about halfway up the counterbalance, which is the other little weight on the other side from the handle. That means that the reel will then be spooled up correctly. You tried to cast too much line. Are you christening that new rod?
I don't know what that means.
First fish you've ever caught on that rod?
Oh, yeah.
Is that your new rod?
Yes, I knew. From Hardy.
A new Hardy?
Yeah. Oh, this is a big one. I do need to get the net.
Want me to get the net?
Get the net.
Get the net. Thomas, tell me about your American pancake experience.
I have no words.
You have no words.
This body can taste delicious.
But that's what
So American pancakes and bacon, that's the way forward, right?
I'm sorted for life. It's yummy though, isn't it?
Too cold.
We're not going on a boat, we're not going on a plane, we're going on a helicopter. Having finally arrived at Turneffe Flats, our home for the week was to be the beautiful Pelican Villa. This apartment boasts 2 bedrooms, one with a large king-size bed in and one with a queen-size and a single bed in it, which is absolutely perfect for families. The following morning it was time to attend the fishing briefing. Jad, the operations manager, gave us a full brief on safety and also who would be our guides and how the fishing would work through the week. Thomas listened intently, trying to find out some tips on catching permit. All the gear was ready and now it was finally time to go and get on the water. You ready? High fives. Oh yes. Here we go. First morning fishing. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad that finally I can share this with you. So now he's going to drop the motor down to the lower position. And then we're off. Dubs and Alton had motored us north to the top of the Turneffe Atoll, and in very short order we found a great big mud which was full of bonefish, perfect for the children to start. Thomas's first bonefish was by no means a monster, but he'd remembered everything he'd learned in the park, put that knowledge to good use. Very shortly afterwards, Gracie hooked her first bonefish too, and everything was complete. All in all, they landed 24 that morning, which was a perfect way to start the trip and get them off the mark. Now it was time to head home for dinner. The next day, it was time to graduate to the flats. Welcome to the flats. Alton spotted some fish tailing in amongst the coral, so I pulled off some line and quickly made a cast. Very soon I was hooked into a very spirited fish as it headed off towards the coral. As soon as I had it vaguely under control, I checked the drag and handed the rod over to Grace so she could play the fish. Just as we were getting ready to unhook it, I spotted a barracuda coming in to try and eat the bonefish. I managed to scare it off.
Alright, we got him, Mouse. That's a nice big one. Look at that.
Alton had spent many years as a marine researcher, which was absolutely captivating to Grace, who found all of the flora and fauna on the flats completely fascinating. Feeding all the hungry snapper off the dock with leftover packed lunches was also a great favourite. We would fish mostly in the mornings, which left the afternoons free for other activities such as sea kayaking, which was just another chance to experience all the marvellous creatures that live in this environment. Dubs very much took Thomas under his wing and was beginning to turn him into quite a serious bone fisherman. Thomas was now spotting fish himself, and he was becoming increasingly more successful in picking up fish on the reef edge. was that?
Hard.
Hard, but really, really worthwhile?
Yeah.
Awesome, buddy. Look at me. You're so clever. Well done. With the kids enjoying themselves and catching lots of fish, it was time for Elizabeth and I to also catch a few. Embracing island life, it was also important for them to experience fresh coconut milk. Straight in there, Grace. He wants coconut too. Turneffe has some of the best snorkeling and diving anywhere in the world, and we would have been fools not to try and experience it for ourselves. As with everything water-based, the children completely embraced it. Under the watchful eye of Alton and Dubs, we all had a chance to experience what lies underneath the water that we spend so much of our time looking into. In the afternoons, many hours were whiled away, splashing around in the pool. I first visited Turneffe in 1997, and that's where I caught my first bonefish. So, for the children to come here and catch their first bonefish in the same place was extremely special. It has changed very little. It is still a beautiful wilderness of skinny water bones and prolific numbers of fish. There is something truly magical about being able to share something that you are extremely passionate about with those that you love, and to have them embrace it in the same way that you do. For Thomas and Grace, this fly fishing journey has taken them to the other side of the world. They have had countless new experiences, which will broaden their horizons as they grow, and I'm sure, like me, they will remember this trip for many, many years to come. This has been their fly fishing journey.